Hey Joel, how do you guys maintain the singular focus this week with all the noise? Everyone knows what happened in the last game, and how do you stay focused on the task at hand?
I think it's pretty easy for pretty much everybody. We're focused on trying to get a win this week. It's a new game. We played them. They know some of our tendencies. We know some of theirs. I'm sure they'll change some things up, from a defensive standpoint. But we're focused on going to, Heinz Field and playing our best game possible. And you have all the outside noise and stuff. But once you get to game day, it's us versus them on the field. There's 11 guys on each side of the ball, and we'll be ready to roll.
Do you feel any greater need to be on alert for extracurriculars given what happened?
No, I think the refs and no one wants to get fined or any of that stuff. We're going to protect our quarterback. We're going to protect our guys that handle the ball. But we're going to play hard like we always do, and we'll see what happens. If something breaks out, you'll handle it accordingly. But I think guys are ready to play football again and see who the best team is on Sunday.
You've been in a lot of these Pittsburgh games where it didn't really mean much to the Browns at this point of the season. So how cool is it to be in a really meaningful game for them?
Yeah, it's good to be playing in December. A meaningful game against Pittsburgh Steelers. They've been successful for the last 15 years. But for us to come out there and have a chance to put us in position, we'll be good. But it's just another game for us. We're trying to go 1-0 this week. We're trying to be the best team we can be and build on what we've done the last couple of weeks. Just one step at a time, though.
Surprised about Greg Robinson, and if you guys have to be without him this game against this kind of defense, what impact will it have?
Yeah, I hope he's okay. It's one of those things. Hopefully he can get back, and I don't know all the details on that stuff, but we have guys that have played in the NFL before. McCray that's played this year. Lamb has been around, and like I said, hopefully Greg can get back. I mean, he's a big, strong guy, and he went up against him a couple weeks ago. Kind of knows Bud Dupree and some of those guys that rush him over there, but we'll be ready. We have guys that know this offense that are going to fight and go against these guys. I mean, they're a great defense with whatever you put out there, but we'll be ready. We'll have 5 guys ready to roll, and that's the nature of the beast.
Why is it? Freddie was just quoting that stat about 30 of their sacks, I think, are coming home. I know the crowd noise is a factor, but how much different will it be facing them there as opposed to here?
Yeah, I think we have similar fields and stuff, so I don't think there's like a advantage. You see some of those dome teams that have those speed guys that get off the edge on turf a lot better than grass, but they play on grass and their field's not great all the time anyway. But I think it's a silent count. I think they dial in. I think teams have to be good at switching up their count a little bit. You're not just going on the same repetitive motion all the time, or guys like TJ and Bud and Cam are all going to really jump the count. And so we got to be good about that. And I think they rally around their fans. I think with all that crowd noise and that energy, and they play Renegade and all that fun stuff, they get excited and they get ready to roll. But it's our job to slow it down a little bit.
You kind of just answered what I was going to ask you. In your experience, what have you felt or seen that has shown you that this rivalry is a little bit more, the Browns-Steelers is a little bit more of a game?
Yeah, I think I've answered this before, but just in the sense that you play Baltimore, you know why Baltimore is the rival. Cleveland left here, became the Baltimore Ravens. You know why Cincinnati's a rival. They're in the same state as you, and then you have Steelers. And I think everywhere you go, this week it's beat the Steelers, beat the Steelers. It's something that the people of Cleveland care about very deeply, and I think that roots itself into the players. And it hasn't been close lately. They've kicked our butts, since the Browns have been back. But we're trying to change that, coming up these next couple of years. But it's something that the people in Northeast Ohio have a pride for is beating the Steelers, and it's something that the team has a pride for. They're in our division. They're a team that's been the dominant team in the division, and we're ready to try and take them down.
TJ Watt has 11.5 sacks this season. What's making him so hot this year and tough to handle?
Yeah, he's dynamic. He gets off the ball great. He has this two-hand swipe and kind of bend that he's been working around the edge, and they move him around a little bit too. I mean, most of the time he comes off the right tackle. I would say 75-80%, but they have him kind of some spinner looks where he's kind of gets to pick and choose what he wants to do, and I think that's he pass rushes first. So he gets after the quarterback on first down, second down, third down, and it's impressive. He's had a great year. And it's going to be a good challenge for Hub over there to really handle that.
When our lines have to deal with crowd noise, it's we'll just you run the silent count, no big deal, whatever. But as a lineman, can you just explain to people how difficult it is to effectively use a silent count?
Yeah, I mean, if you're at a home game, you have a home game where it's a quiet stadium, we can talk like this and we can communicate. If the quarterback changes the protection or something, I can just be like, hey, we're going here. If you're in silent count, you're having to make eye contact with each person. The baker's telling the right side, has to tell the left side as well. Then you have to relay it to your tackle/tight end. So there's all types of extra communication going on. And then with silent count, you have different head bobs and head movements and things like that where you have to remember which one we're going on. It's easier for the guards, I think, because we're right next to the ball. But the tackles, I mean, they have to really time that up because the D linemen are used to getting off when the ball moves. Now we're trying to do that too, and we're trying to time it up just as well as they do, if not better, to get that jump. If you go back and watch Joe Thomas, I think he was the best I've ever seen at it. Timing that count, almost like he looked like he was offsides, but he was moving right as that ball was moving, and that's what you got to be ready for if you're a tackle, going on silent count.
It could be wet and sloppy. Do you feel, even on the road, that's an advantage for offensive linemen?
Yeah, I mean, my theory on that is, if everything, the field is slowing everybody down, the offensive linemen have the least amount to slow down. So it might give us an advantage, but, we'll see how it is. They just resodded their field, I know that. I know they play a bunch of games on there. They're going to play Saturday. Pitt's going to play over there. So we'll see how it is. But we'll be ready. We'll have the right shoes and be ready to go. But we'll see. Every game's kind of different. We've played them in the mud before, and I've been like, oh, there wasn't really much difference. But you play some teams, and it slows them down a bunch. So we'll see how it goes on Sunday.
With Baker being the chip on your shoulder, something the proof kind of guy, is he kind of the right guy to sort of change this rivalry? Just the attitude he plays with.
Yeah, I mean, his attitude, but I think his play on the field is the main thing. Because you got to be good enough to handle certain situations if you want to be a guy that's going to try and create a movement. If he was just all talk, then it'd be like, well, we'll see what happens. But if your play backs up what you're saying and your actions, then I think that helps out a bunch.